Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast and everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. All right, so this week up on the docket, of course, as always, we'll be updating you on what we've been doing this week, how that's been going. Hopefully, I think we've been stay true to like most of what we said last week. I don't know, maybe we'll see.
Last week I didn't know what I wanted to do, so yes.
Oh, there you
I
go.
did stay true to that.
And then we'll be covering the small-ish update we had this week. I mean, there's some semi-significant stuff in there, but not too big, coming off of the Jagex Jam game sesh, whatever you wanted to call it.
I remember it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Game Jam.
The Jam Flex.
The Gam Jam.
The Gam Jam. But yeah, we're just off of the back of that, so I didn't expect too much to be happening this week, and good thing because there really wasn't. So we'll be taking a look at that, and then finally we'll be ending off with a Q&A, and there were some really interesting lore questions over on the Q&A with the mods, so I figured I'd pluck a couple of those as well as a few from the community as well, so we'll be answering that towards the end.
So their Q&A and our Q&A.
Yes, both.
Cool.
Double down. But before we get into any of that, Michelle, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. I, again, didn't really know what I wanted to do this week. I don't know if I leveled a single skill.
Nice.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I wasn't playing. So, what did I do? I did some Slayer, just cause, for funsies.
Yeah.
Haven't gone back to Skatiza yet.
And your Slayer's like nearly 99 now.
I mean, it's like 300. My Slayer is 174,000 away from being 96.
Oh, nice.
So that's pretty cool.
It's actually not bad at all.
No, it's pretty decent, I would say.
Yeah, pretty decent.
It's weird. It's higher than my attack and defense, which are both a 94.
That is really weird.
It's really weird, right?
I think that's actually how a lot of people recommend to do it, but I don't think anyone actually does it that way.
Yeah, I didn't even realize. I thought that it feels like I've spent more time working on melee combat, so I'm kind of surprised, but
yeah,
whatever. Yeah, other than that, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do, so I was like trying out some new things. Last night I did some Volcano. I'm almost at 700
really?
kill count. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you were sleeping when I did that.
Yeah.
I did a few games of Volcano.
Oh, that's cool.
Somebody that was in my game, because I thought I had a lot for living, like 600 something. They had 7,000 and they still didn't have the pet.
Nice, nice. Anytime now.
Yeah. Also this week, something pretty exciting that I did after Slayer Task and Prifdinus, someone recommended that I try Gauntlet, so I did.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I didn't look up any guides or anything. I just used, what people were suggesting in chat and my experience watching Robert do Corrupted on stream before, and I went for it, and I actually got a kill count on like my 9th try.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
It was very crazy.
Yeah, I think after watching it, you have like most of the basics down, but like I think when it comes to like reliably getting kills, you just have to get used to like everything becoming like a little bit more second nature.
Yeah, I still haven't looked it up, but I need to look it up and see like what better strategies there are for the boss room, because
yeah,
I didn't even know like what to prioritize or anything, like what I should run away from first. I just kind of run around with the chicken, like a chicken with its head cut off, and
Yeah.
I'm like, wonder if I'm gonna get it.
well, it's not too bad because it's like you change your prayer every 4 attacks.
Which I didn't know initially.
Yeah, and then you change your own weapon every, I think, 7 attacks.
Oh, it's timed?
Or
that was
6
random.
attacks. No, it's so a certain amount of your own attacks. Actually, it might even be 5.
Oh.
So I think it's 4 and 5. I could totally be misremembering. I haven't done Gauntlet in a long time.
Robert the Liar, am I right?
I know, right? Yeah, don't take this
'Cause
as
sometimes-
gospel, but yeah, I think it's like 5 attacks.
Some
but
of
then
the
you change
times
your
it
weapon.
felt like I had them up forever, but also the fight's pretty fast, so I don't know how long it was.
That is something I've definitely noticed whenever
was
you're
random.
doing it is like the boss will change attacks, or like he'll pray against your attack, and it takes you like a few hits to like adjust your settings or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So,
Definitely.
Yeah, that's something I definitely noticed, but it's nice because I think someone else even mentioned this in the
Stream chat?
during your stream, is that what's nice is they have added an animation, like a really large animation to the boss. He kind of like, I don't know, it's like a weird animation whenever he like shakes his butt and like diamonds appear near his head. It's
Well,
really
when the
weird.
tornadoes appear.
No, that's when he changes his attack style.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I need to look it up.
Yeah.
I know that you've mostly done Corrupted, so
I mean, the Corrupted is the same exact, except he does everything more often.
Ew, rude.
Yeah.
How rude of him.
I know, right?
But yeah, I got the kill count, and I actually went back last night and was trying it again. I tried it like several times.
You got really close.
Yeah, I got close a couple times, but like I said, I still haven't really looked it up, and I was trying, obviously, but I'm not putting too much pressure on myself because then I think it won't be fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, I need to grind this out for cool rewards. I'm just like, oh, I want to learn this by doing it.
Yeah. No, I mean, you definitely did really well for not looking up any like guides or anything.
I know, I'm surprised. But yeah, then in the stream, shout out Gluten Girl and Witchy Aileen, or is it Witch Aileen?
It's Witch Eileen.
Witch Eileen. Shout out them. They are going to do raids with me this weekend. We
That's
decided we're all three going to try raids.
You're gonna go back to Chambers?
We are going to go to Chambers because I believe, hopefully I'm not getting it mixed up. I think that Witch said that she goes a lot, but she's iron. She's a hardcore.
Yeah, she's a
hardcore maxed account.
Yeah, she's a maxed iron.
Yeah.
Or a maxed hardcore iron.
And then Gluten Girl said that she was doing it during leagues and was able to do solo and stuff, so she like knows the general idea of how it works.
Yeah.
And I've been a couple times and got carried, Loki. So I was like, all right, cool, let's do it.
Yeah, shout out dating.
Yeah, shout out dating. And I think also Zancudo kind of carried us one time too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to be trying that out. So then I'm not going to be streaming this, I'm pretty sure, because it's Saturday. I was just going to do it for fun.
Yeah, funsies. Just funsy raids.
Yeah. Not the usual torture raid that is streaming.
Yeah, okay.
But because we were going to do that, I was like, oh, I'm kind of getting bored of Gauntlet. I want to go and just check out Chambers solo and see what's up. I wanted to see some of the rooms.
Oh, you actually went to Chambers by yourself?
Yeah.
Nice.
You were asleep by then, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get like your first solo KC?
No. I just wanted to check out the rooms.
Okay.
So the first room I got was like Vespula or whatever.
Oh, I hate Vespula.
They were both telling me that we're going to skip that room, but I was like, oh, I kind of want to see how it works. And
Really
I tried like for 2 deaths, then I was like, never mind.
Yeah, you have to, that like, I hate that fight because you have to do it a very specific way.
I thought you kill her. I didn't realize you hit a portal.
No, yeah, you have to like safe spot the portal and her at the same time and then like step into her attacks while hitting the portal and step out. And you have to do that on repeat before the portal actually finishes, or it'll spawn like a sergeant enemy.
What?
And you like pretty much just lose.
That's so weird. Yeah, I didn't get that far.
Yeah, that's the solo strategy.
Yeah, whenever I went back though, I got Molotov, the little crocodile looking thing.
Mudadiles.
Mudadiles.
Yeah, those are one of the better ones.
Yeah, I got those, and that was cool. I definitely died because I don't know how I'm supposed to safe spot the little one. The little dude. You could not get hit by him, I guess. I don't know how that's possible.
You can safe spot both of them, but the smaller one is not that big a deal.
Well, I mean, it killed me.
Oh, okay.
But also because I can only pray against one.
Yeah.
But then someone was telling me, like, it was probably Gluten Girl that told me that I could, like, prayer flick between them. So I was, like, having to say out loud, like, mage, range. And it's, it's easier for me saying it out loud.
Did you end up chopping down the tree or no?
I chopped down the tree first. That's why I died, because they were attacking me while I was chopping down the tree. And I didn't bring an axe.
You didn't bring an axe?
I had to kill a bunch of the scavengers to get an axe.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, bronze axe will do you well in this place.
I didn't bring anything for puzzles.
Yeah, it's good for also the frozen giant or whatever the name of that puzzle is.
Which is actually what I got next.
Oh, nice. That's one of the better ones. Or I like it at least.
I would have liked it more if I would have been able to grab my stuff out of the deposit box, but every time I tried to grab my gear, he started hitting me, so I couldn't. I just tried to grab my gear and like spam click to withdraw everything, and I just die. Like, bro.
Oh, you didn't grab your gear before fighting him?
I didn't know he was going to unleash right then.
Oh, yeah. It's just like one inventory and then he like starts going.
No, I think I had to do a couple, but...
Oh, yeah, like 2 full inventories, but it's like one... I think it's... If you do like all 28, then he like activates right away.
Okay, yeah, but I was able to get it. I wanted to wear like melee gear, but I ended up just doing the range gear that I already had on me since I couldn't grab my stuff.
Yeah.
And I was able to get it, and I was talking through that too and just saying like, hit, run, and then that was helpful, and I only got hit like a couple times, but not for a lot because of that, so that was cool. And then after that was What was it? It was something really annoying.
Something really annoying. Is it Vanguards?
Tecton.
Oh, Tecton. Okay. Yeah, he's arguably the most difficult one.
I did that before when I don't remember which time it was when I tried raids, but I did it before with people who were like helping me, and I still don't to this day understand how they got past. I just kept dying.
Yeah.
Which I repeated that again last night. I just kept dying.
Okay.
I literally don't get it. Gluten Girl was explaining it to me in the chat, but it was also like 1 a.m. So
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I got a little bit of experience. Maybe I'll go back tonight and just like mess around. I know I'm not gonna do the kill count or anything, but I'm like, I think that I really don't like reading wikis for guides or watching videos. I think I just like trying it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to get some more practice.
I mean, it's good that you're not a hardcore.
Oh God, no. Well, I wouldn't be a hardcore with this thinking.
Yeah.
But it is a safe death there, just so you all know.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know that.
No, yeah, it's a safe death. That's why a lot of people are kind of like on the fence, because obviously raids 1 is a safe death, where raids 2 isn't, and raids 3 won't be either.
It's kind of weird. Feels like they should be consistent.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, I guess it's good for the hardcore community, because then they still have raid content that they can do solo
But they only have
or
one.
in a group. I know it's only one, but it still has some really, really big drops.
No, that's true.
For a hardcore account, or for an Iron Man account in general.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I tried. I'm excited. If anyone wants to randomly go and try raids with me this week, I'm also down for that, because I'm not like seriously learning it right now.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to go and mess around and not expect a lot of points.
And also maybe not even finish it.
Maybe not even finish it. Let me know.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be too serious
What's
about
your
it.
Herblore?
My Herblore is only like 86, so I can't make the one potion.
Yeah, that's kind of not a big deal, but it's kind of is.
Yeah. If anyone with 90 Herblore would like to join especially.
Yeah, that's why it's kind of nice whenever you do get like Vanguards or Tecton and you kill them, they actually always drop overload pluses. I think Vanguards does. I know Tecton does.
I was hearing that some of them drop supplies. I think I got an overload plus from the modded isles or
the modded isles. Yeah, they have a chance to drop it.
Yeah. And I clicked it thinking it was the prayer one, and it just like it was right before I went to Tecton. Just took my hit points down, and I was like, well,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's funny. That's how you're able to do prepless. Is like if you are experienced, then you'll usually get enough potions just by fighting enemies that you don't need to go and prep before Ulm. So
I really wanted to get to Ulm just to like, because Ulm happened so fast for me. I feel like I need to just go and just like run around and see what's happening.
Yeah, I definitely think that's a really good strategy, is like getting used to the rooms leading up to Ulm, because I feel like it's like two different things, like getting used to each one of the chambers leading up to him, because Ulm is like complicated on his own.
Oh yes.
But like each of the rooms aren't very complicated by themselves. So if you're able to like get them all down, except for like save for like, I don't know, like Vanguards and Mudded Out, or Vanguards and like Tecton or something like that, because
Tecton is gonna haunt my dreams. But
Tecton's
also
pretty difficult. I was never able to really get that strategy down.
The animation for Tecton making like the sword with the hammer connected to his body was so cool looking.
Yeah, he's pretty
cool. Why can't he be my ally? Why must he be my enemy?
I mean, he could be your pet.
Oh my god.
All you have to do is get Ulm and then do challenge mode and get the metamorphic dust.
Oh Jesus, you have to do challenge mode to get that?
Yeah.
Ugh, never mind. Tecton's not even that cool.
Tecton sucks.
Tecton sucks.
Well, that's pretty cool. So you had a good time doing that?
Yeah, and also this week played some Phasmo. There was an update. It's harder. So now I'm actually playing it less because I felt like I was killing it, and now I feel like I'm not killing it as much.
I mean, you did a really good job when I was watching.
Yeah, thanks. It's unfortunate because I used to always hide behind doors, and then they like changed an update to be like, oh, you can't hide behind as many doors. And we got rid of some of the doors. So like you can't hide behind them anymore. And I was like, okay, whatever, but at least there's some doors. Now they've made it so the ghosts are going to check behind the doors whenever they're hunting. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm dead.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
They added new hiding spots as well, but it was like those are all my go-tos.
Yeah.
So I'll probably play some more this week, but I think it's just gonna take me a while to get used to the maps, because now it kind of feels like I'm starting over a little bit.
Yeah.
I also played some Animal Crossing on stream.
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
That's nice.
I think it was the first time I did an Animal Crossing stream.
Yeah, Michelle's only ever streamed it once, and she plays it religiously every single day.
Every single day for, I'd say, at least 2 hours.
Yeah, at least, very minimum, an hour.
Yeah, I do it while I do other stuff too. Like I'll be playing RuneScape and just doing it because I'm like, go do my dailies.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
I was playing right before we started recording, and I'm gonna play while I edit. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Weirdly, the stream was like popping for a second. Like we were at 20 plus viewers for like an hour. It was weird. I mean, not bad weird. It was really good weird.
Good weird.
But it's super unusual. So that was cool. Yeah, that's all my updates. I think I've done a lot this week. I also did a job interview in real life, which
In real life,
not RuneScape.
Yeah,
interview.
not a RuneScape. I did not get an Animal Crossing job interview.
But I'm proud of myself because I didn't feel anxious at all. I just felt like normal nervousness.
Yeah, that's nice.
I feel like it was good practice. I don't even know if I necessarily want this job, so we'll see if they offer it to me if I take it or not.
Yeah.
But it was nice to try. And I want to try Instacart again, too. Oh, shout out Cool Nate for offering to help me with Instacart stuff.
Shout out Cool Nate. I
asked him a couple questions already.
Nice.
But yeah, I have a million things going on. Haven't leveled anything, though.
Yeah,
but
just been busy.
Yeah. How are you?
Kind of the same, I guess. So if anyone, I guess, hasn't picked up on it or doesn't know, Michelle and I are both looking for work right now. So that's kind of been taking up, a lot more time than I initially thought.
It's weird how much time it takes up.
Yeah. So I've kind of been on the same boat, and I haven't really been playing, much of anything, let alone RuneScape, which is kind of unfortunate because I want to play more RuneScape, but
Those videos.
Also can't.
That Vorka,
Yeah.
that Guardians of the Rift.
Also just busy, so it's unfortunate how that works out. But yeah, I did play a little bit though. I actually streamed a little bit of RuneScape. I actually streamed a little bit of my alt account. So I made a Firewatch alt account. I don't know, so many months ago now, and I got all the way
5 years ago.
Seemingly, I got all the way up to 80 strength, and then I ended the quest line right before Sins of the Father. So I had Sins of the Father, A Taste of Hope, and Hallow Vale, or Darkness of Hallow Vale.
And I did my Reek. Did you already do that?
Yeah, I already did that.
Okay.
So I only had 3 quests total, 2 before Sins of the Father, and I just stopped right there, which is funny because that's
whenever GIM came out.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. Is it came out right? I wanted to get it done right before GIM came out, but then GIM and then Leagues and then
now you're just on your main.
Yeah, exactly.
Now Guardians of the Rift.
Yeah, Guardians of the Rift. Yeah, there's always something else keeping me from playing it, but I recently bonded. I bonded it twice now, which is crazy. But yeah, so I've been playing that. I got all the way up to Sins. So I actually did the last boss, Kraus. I forgot his name, but the one that you fight in the open square.
Mm-hmm.
And it actually wasn't too bad. It was a pretty easy fight considering my gear's not very good. It's I'm wearing obsidian, which is not bad, but it's definitely not good.
I mean, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, he has a 5 mil setup, which is okay. Not the best stats, but we're trying to do it with kind of bare minimum stats. Everything
just so
I
you
need.
can get to the Firewatch.
Yeah, my count isn't even 1,000 total. It's not even 900 total.
That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, it's 890 or something.
You're really only doing what you need.
Yeah, I did. It was a very optimized account just for Sins of the Father.
Yeah. Did you die at all during that fight?
No, not even close.
Nice.
I still had I think 5 or 7 pieces of food, something like that.
I wonder if you're gonna die during Sins.
Yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I definitely will want to prepare for it more than I did this time around. This time around, I was not paying attention really, and brought whatever.
He was streaming it because I wasn't feeling well, so he streamed for a few hours.
Yeah, it was cool overall. I enjoyed it, but I will probably be doing Sins either today or tomorrow.
Ooh.
On that account, so that'll be pretty interesting. Hopefully that goes well, and I'm able to actually have a working alt account so I can have more money because I'm just always poor.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't make money. I just spend it on bonds.
Same.
Speaking of, I think our bond giveaway ended, so we're going to have to restart that.
Yikes. Because I am, like I said, poor. But yeah, so I'm going to try really hard to do some more of the Guardians of the Rift minigame.
Yeah, we haven't put a video on in a second.
Yeah, and then also finish the alt account so that I can be doing 2 productive things, and I'm working on other alt accounts at the same time.
All the accounts.
I know.
I'm working on an alt account right now.
It's funny because someone on the stream was saying like what's it called? They were talking about like alt accounts and how they can only really deal with one account. And I was thinking about how I have like I usually play. I don't know why I'm like this, but I really only like playing all 4 accounts at once or 3 or 4 accounts at once,
Mm-hmm.
just because it feels like super inefficient if I only play one. I
That's
don't
hilarious.
I don't know when I started thinking like this.
I don't
Cause
like playing more than one at a time, honestly.
oh really?
Yeah. I mean, I'll do if things really AFK, but nothing I want to do on any account is that AFKable right now.
Oh really? Because like
There's stuff I could
anytime
do, but I don't want to.
anytime I was on my main, I'm thinking like, oh man, I could be AFKing like till max melee on my ult.
You're so
And
funny.
that'll take like dozens of hours, and so I'm
Hmm.
like, all right, might as well be like doing this while I'm doing something else. So
Yeah.
I always think about that. I don't know why, but
You've got that hustle mindset.
no, it's definitely not that. It's efficientscape, I guess, just
Taking over
deeply
your life.
burrowed into the back of my mind. But besides that, I haven't been doing too much. I mainly was just playing on my alt account and stuff like that, finishing that up.
You're playing some
But
other games too, right?
yeah, but I haven't really been playing too much anything really. Like I played a little bit of Battlefield, which always makes me mad. I don't know why I still play that game, but that game's fun every now and
It
then.
makes you too mad. Sometimes whenever you're playing in the background of the stream, I can hear you going, "Oh my god," and I'm
Yeah.
like, "Bruh."
Yeah, Michelle's never been mad at a game, so she doesn't know. But
Whenever I get mad at games, I just go.
oh, okay,
Yeah, I do a weird groany thing. I don't know
a
why.
groany thing.
That's groany,
Okay,
right? Is it
Yeah.
grunty?
sure. But yeah, so just that, a little bit of Path of Exile, but honestly, not too much. Just kind of been consumed with other stuff.
Real life things.
Yeah, real life things, unfortunately.
Getting job offers left and right.
Yeah, actually, kind
Rejecting
of.
them.
Yeah, actually rejecting them. But yeah, so that's about it. Not too much, honestly, and it kind of goes hand in hand with what's been going on in RuneScape this week, which is
Not much, actually.
also kind of not much. You want to tell them about the very first part of the update that we're going to be talking about, which is going to be the Easter event
Oh,
2020
heck yeah.
or
you
2022.
know- What year is it? 2020.
Well, I mean, there's so many twos. It's like 2222. But yeah,
2022.
2022, we have the new Easter event. Your favorite bunny is back yet again, and then they're stuck in a sticky situation. So, of course, no one's surprised. But Michelle has done the quest. I haven't.
I have. So I'm going to read you what it says on the actual news post first, and then I'll go into my more personal experiences with it if they don't go over everything. So they say, this time he's decided to deliver chocolate to the increasing number of adventurers hanging out in the desert. There's just one problem. Chocolate and he are not good bedfellows.
They are not, unless it's like hot chocolate.
Ooh, hot chocolate's nice.
Yeah.
In search of an answer, he's come to Al-Kharid, the hottest place he can stand, to seek advice. Unfortunately, giant pink rabbits aren't exactly commonplace in this neck of the woods, and he's frightened off their best and brightest. Can you, as a slightly less weird-looking adventurer, ask around on his behalf? Slightly.
It's funny because I feel like nowhere you go, giant pink rabbits would be normal. But
I mean, they have some crazy things in this game. I don't know why the pink rabbit's scaring them more than other stuff.
I know,
Have you
there's,
guys seen a
like,
Dagonoth before?
there's giant scorpions in the desert, not too far from here.
Right?
So
Help out and you'll be rewarded with 2 exciting bits of headgear. So, slight spoiler here. One is burst you in spring fashion, and the other, while technically a ring, does land you with something on your head once equipped. Extraordinary. So the rewards are like a little, kind of looks like a straw hat with little flowers on it. It's really cute. It's very
Yeah.
springy. And then the other one is a metamorphosis ring that whenever you wear, a crate lands on you and you like are in the crate, and you could like do little things like a little question mark. And you
Oh,
could
that's
like
funny.
scout and you could see your little feet while your box stands up and looks around.
I know you won't know what I'm referencing, but there's like really famously in the Metal Gear series, you're like
I'm like, yeah, no.
like a spy operative kind of, and there's like a really famous like piece of equipment that you can use, which is literally a cardboard box, and you can like put it over yourself and hide in it, and then like when
It's
people
exactly like that.
come over, you can like karate chop them and stuff.
I wonder if that was like a reference to this game.
I don't know, maybe
That'd
that'd be
be
really funny.
funny.
Yeah, I haven't seen the animations, but yeah, it's pretty unique.
Yeah. The quest itself was like pretty standard, I'd say. I personally liked the Easter quest more last year, but that's not to say this quest isn't nice.
Is that
Just,
the one with the door?
Yeah.
Nice.
The door one is just really cool.
Yeah, the door one was cool.
But it was still pretty cool. You're just running Al-Kharid. I think also part of the reason why I didn't like it as much as last year is because we just had an event in Al-Kharid.
That's what I was thinking.
But I like that they mixed it up at parts. They had cutscenes in the wilderness that were actually pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah, and like Ferox and just the regular wilderness. It's not unsafe or anything. It's just cutscenes, so you're fine.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of really funny moments in it. And hopefully one of us, I don't know which one of us will hopefully make a video guide for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could probably expect that this week.
Yeah,
Hopefully
definitely.
we'll be on that.
I think this event's only going to be around for 2 weeks or something like that, if I had to guess. So
yeah, maybe you can try it after we record and I edit.
yeah, I was definitely kind of putting it off because, like you said, I was not super hyped about it being in the same location that the last event was.
Yeah.
Like literally the same exact location.
Yeah, I'm glad that they put the cutscenes in the wilderness because I was like, yeah, this is very similar. And there's
Yeah.
also like one part where you're talking to Ali Morrison and he's like, go get me secret information. And I was like, no way are they doing this again. But you do not go to the Osman dude again.
Yeah.
They actually have you go somewhere else and then you go to the wilderness. So it is different. It's just, I guess that there's really not that many places that are free to play that are easily accessible for everyone who's new. It's just like Lumridge, Barrock, Desert.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because
There
like
hasn't been a Lumridge one in a second though.
yeah, they could do one like in like
the Lumridge Swamp.
The swamp, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I don't know how
that's
that would
pretty
work for
close.
Easter.
Yeah,
well, I mean, if anyone's at the desert, I would be like, I don't know how that would work for Easter. So
yeah, exactly.
They are
so
creative.
they could make it work. I mean, you could do it in a lot of places, like near Draenor Manor,
Oh, that would be cool.
Edgeville, maybe something like that. I don't know.
Trying to host an Easter egg hunt at Draenor Manor.
Yeah, I know it's not the case, but having it twice in the same place kind of makes it feel like it's just always in the same area.
I weirdly felt like that too, which is so funny because whenever it was in Al Kharid for the last event, I was like, wow, it's never in Al Kharid. And I'm like, it's only ever in Al Kharid.
I know, right? Like, it's usually not
I think
in
it's
Al
just because
Kharid.
the last event was so recent.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't that long ago.
I wonder if, like, they did one of these or maybe both of these last second and were like, all right, I guess Al Kharid's fine.
I was
or-
thinking that there's probably two different teams working on it. And
maybe.
they both came up with ideas and they were like, well, we really need Al Kharid in this.
Yeah. And it's funny, like, neither of them did it in the desert to the north of Al Kharid. They did it in Al Kharid.
Some of this one you go a little bit to the north.
Yeah, I guess so. But, like, yeah, I mean, there's, like, all, like, the fight area and stuff like that they're not using. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of area they could be using.
Yeah, hopefully next time. Maybe they'll switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully. But that's pretty cool. You like the fashionscape?
I do like the fashionscape. I think the hat's very cute. And I was confused at first because I did it on my GIM account.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what rewards were new or not because I've never done an Easter account on it. I had to
Oh,
look
yeah.
it up because I was like, I don't remember any of this. The only thing I remembered was the chicken costume.
You got the egg ring, too, that you thought was new.
I thought, yeah, there's an egg metamorphosis ring, and I thought that was new.
Yeah.
I never paid attention.
I-
And there's
I'd never seen it
magic,
either.
a magic egg ball. You know, like a magic 8-ball
Yeah.
thing that you could ask questions and stuff. You could be like, "What boss should I do today?" And it was like, "Today you will face the ferocious abyssal, whatever."
Sire?
Yeah, just it was kind of cool. I thought that was new. I just never noticed it before, or I
Yeah.
totally forgot about it.
No, that makes sense. I don't think I've ever done an Easter event on any of my accounts.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay, maybe today will be your first time, and you could do a video guide.
Yeah, maybe. But I guess that's about it for the new event. If you want to check it out, get some new fashionscape, then head over to Al Kharid and see what they got.
And hopefully by the time the podcast comes out, we'll have a video for it.
Yeah, hopefully. But as far as any other news, there is a little bit of a change to the Revenant Caves. So previously there was only one entrance or exit, which is just the
Wait,
Revenant.
really?
Yeah, it's just the Revenant Cave, and they added another entrance, which is like 10 feet away from it. I don't know why.
Okay.
Yeah, so it says, we've made an important change to the Revenant Caves. The entrances are now all one way, meaning you can no longer exit the same way you entered.
That's interesting.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty interesting. Instead, there are now 2 new exits a few tiles away from each entrance. Using these exits will place you neatly on the surface outside a one-way trapdoor. So that's kind of interesting. The way they show it is like whenever you enter the cave, there's actually a bunch of bricks in front of it. And so there's only one way to enter and one way to exit. So it's kind of...
It's a miracle you got in here at all.
Yeah. I don't know why they did this. Yeah, I actually really don't know why. I know... I mean, because I know people like to camp the entrances and exits, so maybe this is something to deal with, and maybe some preventative measures for that.
But then they could get camped even easier.
I think
Don't
they're
know people for sure
yeah,
exiting
exactly. That's
there.
why I was like, I think they can get camped either way. So I don't see this fixing that. I don't know why. Let us know if you're a PvPer or if you just are a regular at the caves.
Like, does this make sense to you?
Yeah, is this a cool change? Let us know
Is this
because
bad change?
I have no idea. It didn't change the functionality of any of the entrances or the fees to enter or exit. Everything else is the same.
Just
It's
a
just
different
they
door.
yeah they just added a different door and now you can only exit or enter one way.
It's really weird.
Yeah, so kind of interesting, kind of pointless, but let us know if it's not.
I mean, yeah, maybe there's a huge point that we're missing.
Yeah. One change that I'm actually not the biggest fan of is some Pull 76 changes.
Why?
So this week they made a bunch of changes to the combat achievements. Opening the combat achievements interface will actually update this for you. So if you feel like you have done any of these that we are about to mention, I'm not going to mention all of them because there's a ton of changes.
Okay.
Then yeah, feel free to log in and check your combat log to see if it's updated. But I do remember this in Pull 76 vaguely reducing the amount of tasks.
I think people voted to do this.
No, yeah, for sure. I just feel like they lowered it by too much.
What?
So, for anyone wondering, I guess there was a vote for the combat achievements saying that they should lesser the requirements for each of the bosses' total kill count in order to...
Yeah, some of them were crazy.
Yeah, so for instance, if you wanted to get the Commander Ziliana veteran, previously you would need 250 kill count, and now it's 100.
Okay.
So, overall, I mean, I'm still for reducing the amount that there was previously, but I kind of feel like they're kind of too low now.
What level are these in the combat achievements?
There are
Vary?
a wide variety, all the way
okay.
from, for instance, Corrupted Gauntlet has Veteran Master and Grandmaster have all been lowered.
Okay.
So like stuff like that I feel like has been lowered too much because the Corrupted Gauntlet Grandmaster went from 150 to 50. I feel like that's like a really big difference.
I bet a lot of people really aren't going to like that, but honestly, I'm like, nice, maybe I'll be able to get Grandmaster someday.
I know. I don't know. I
My
feel like,
selfishness, I'm like, heck yeah.
I feel like it's kind of lame just because like Fosani went from 25 to 5.
Isn't Fasani like one of the hardest things?
Yeah, and Nightmare went from 250 to 50. I feel like
250 Nightmare, that's crazy.
yeah, 250 to 50. I feel like that. I mean, that's still kind of a lot for Nightmare because Nightmare's a long boss fight.
I bet they're gonna change this a little bit again.
I don't think so because I mean they've already changed it so many times. But I don't know. It just seems like if you are concerned or if you're just interested in what they did change, they changed pretty much every boss that
At least one rule
was in the combat achievements. So all the Vedion, Vetenatus, Thermonuclear Smoke Devils, Volcano, Zulra, all the Fight Cave variants, Fasani, Nightmare, all the God Wars dungeon bosses essentially, Calfight Queen, yeah, pretty much everything. They reduced it by a significant amount, seemingly by either half all the way up to 5 times less kills required in order to get these are all only related to the kill count requirement.
They still have the crazy speed run ones.
Yeah, they still have the very fast kills and all the other unique kill types, but this is all changes to reduce the amount of kill counts required for each diary.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people are really mad about it, but honestly, I'm like, it makes me feel more hopeful.
I'm not. Yeah, I guess so. I'm not really mad about it. I'm more
I bet
just
a bunch of like in-game people are mad about it.
Yeah, I'm just more concerned about like them reducing them kind of seemingly haphazardly. Like there's no rhyme or reason. Like Alchemical Master went from 250 to 150, but like I said earlier, Fasani Master went from 25 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's not both of them getting reduced by 5 times as much. It's just one of them.
Like you think they should have stuck to a certain percent.
Yeah, maybe. Or I don't know, because it's, I mean, it is hard to say because Fasani is a longer fight than Alchemical Hydra, for instance, but I don't think it's like that much bigger. I don't know. It actually probably is, but yeah, I don't know. It just kind of seemed like it was just like weird, the amount of kills they changed, but
they do seem a little weird, but yeah, I don't know. Let us know, like, if if you have any feelings about this, because I feel like a lot of people probably won't like it. I can see people complaining and being like it's too easy, but honestly, it's still not easy.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they reduce it just too much. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really whether it's easy or not, because by the time you get to the fifth or the 50th kill, it's probably going to be nearly the same difficulty for you. But yeah, overall, kind of just seems like they may have reduced them a little too much. I was still a fan of it, but maybe not all of them. That's it though. There's honestly not a ton to talk about for the Pole 76 changes. It was really just this.
Well, they also renamed some of the tasks to random
Yeah.
things.
No, they renamed it based on how many kills were required. For instance, Thermonuclear Adept has now become Thermonuclear Veteran.
It's just
And
mostly a lot of the same words switching places.
yeah, exactly. So Nightmare Champion is now Nightmare Adept. So yeah, it's just stuff like that. Really, honestly, not too much. There's an entire list of everything that was changed, and it's a very, very long list.
Yeah, this will be in the link on our YouTube video if you want to check it out.
Yeah, so I'm not going to list it all here, but yeah, pretty much
That would
expect
take like 10 minutes.
every boss, or nearly every boss, has been reduced in the kill requirements category.
Okay.
This next one is going to be about the minigame, Guardians of the Rift, that we've been playing for the past few weeks. I've still been having a pretty good time. What about you?
I haven't played it, I think, since last week, but I definitely want to go back in my outfit sometime. I just wanted to mix things up.
Yeah.
I think it happened to where I was focused too much on the grind that I stopped enjoying the actual minigame as much.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, all right, I'm going to take a break and then I'll go back sometime. Because I just became too much about getting the needle and now the lantern and the outfit. I think whenever I'm aiming for a specific thing, I just start getting annoyed.
Okay. No, I think I think that's a lot of people. Like, if you're just grinding for fun, it's a lot better than grinding for any particular reason.
Yes, exactly.
But as far as the Guardians changes, there was actually quite a few this week. So for a quick PSA, for some reason, they added more dedicated worlds or like listed worlds for Guardians of the Rift.
They don't need
But
you
they
yet.
were in the free-to-play worlds, so no one could actually access the minigame.
Was it supposed to be like a practice thing? Or were they supposed
No,
to work?
this is just actually just a straight up mistake
Oh,
on
that's
their part.
really
I don't know
funny.
how they could actually list them in the member or in the non-members worlds, but
How funny.
either way, the correct worlds will be available on Monday the 18th, so that's 5 days from now.
That's a bit.
I don't know why that takes so long, but either way, they are. Oh, I think maybe they have to wait for the servers to go down, but servers don't go down on Monday, so I don't know. I don't get it, but
Doesn't make sense.
yeah, it doesn't make sense. Either way, just keep going to the same old worlds that you've been going to, and hopefully they'll have some more designated ones coming up next week. As far as other changes, there's actually, like I said, quite a few. So players now that are still fans of doing the combination runes, I know a lot of people.
We haven't even tried that yet.
Yeah, I haven't even tried it. I know a lot of people don't even know you can do that. But for instance, if you bring like earth talismans to the water altar, then you can get mud runes, or vice versa. But so for anyone, previously you would get more of the guardian tokens before, and so now what they did is they removed you getting more guardian tokens, but what they did is they added a new guardian token that gives you 3 each instead of 2 each. So
3 elemental or
yeah, so it
points,
says they'll the new guardian token will award 3 elemental contribution points instead of 2 from the normal elemental guardian stone.
Okay.
So yeah, so you'll be getting these new poly elemental guardian stones is what they're going to be called. So if you are a combination rune enjoyer, then you'll be getting that instead of just more of the guardian stones like you previously would.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so really not that big of a change, just a slight change from the looks of it.
Yeah.
The Raiment of the Eye, like I said, will no longer provide additional guardian stones when crafting combination runes, so don't expect to get more than normal.
Fortunate.
But you will still get more points for your extra effort, just not additional
via that.
stones. Players can now sell their excess abyssal lanterns and dyes for 100 pearls and 50 pearls respectively for each one.
What about the needle?
Nope, no word on the needle yet.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen.
Yeah, probably. Increased point awarded for building the first barrier and repairing a cell tile. So that's pretty nice, because a lot of people.
Cool, so everyone will be trying to hurry and be the first.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I mean, how it should be anyways, because wiping is really inefficient.
Oh yes.
Also, for anyone that I don't know if everyone has like knows this, because I don't think a lot of people have ever done this, but whenever one of the barriers, like you get notified that the barrier has broke, you actually need to go and repair it with I think one of the cells.
I think it also takes some of your stones when you repair it.
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it is pretty annoying.
So you don't want them to break. You want to keep that stuff guarded.
Yeah, you don't want them to break, but if they do end up breaking and you have to repair it, then you will be rewarded extra points. So that's kind of a nice incentive, which I think is something they're looking for. So hopefully this will make it so you just wipe less because people are more interested in actually playing the objective. One really nice change that I actually am really happy about is weaker guardian cells can now be upgraded at more powerful altars without having to destroy the weaker cell.
Oh, cool.
So this is nice for anyone wondering. This pretty much means like if you go to a water elemental and you get the water cell, it's only a medium strength cell. And then for some reason, or if you just want to, go directly to fire or death, which are overcharged cells, it'll immediately upgrade that medium cell to an overcharged cell, so you don't have to spend it or delete it.
Good.
Yeah, so pretty nice. They also swapped the option. I think they must have heard you asking about this because you asked for this verbatim.
Oh.
They swapped the option on the deposit pool so that deposit runes is now the default left-click option.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty awesome. They made it so confirm on destroy options have been added to the Guardian fragments and all types of Guardian stones, so you don't accidentally slip up and delete those. Guardians of the Rift completions have been added to the high scores, finally.
That's really exciting.
I know. I don't know why they take so long to do random stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Abyssal Lantern no longer attaches to the robe bottoms of the eye on male characters. Fire hazards averted. And Wizard Trayborn will now have 2 dialogue options because I guess some people were having weird stuff going on, bugs with the Demon Slayer and Temple of the Eye quest at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, so besides that, there's just a few other fixes, hot fixes and stuff like that. The Android beta is still getting fixed and worked on, so hopefully people have been enjoying that. And as far as the Deadman finale rerun, there was supposed to be a beta for it recently. And by recently, I mean very, very soon. But so essentially they have to push it back. It says, unfortunately, you'll have to wait. Originally, the open beta hosted date was supposed to be on the 20th.
Oh, they're going to be too busy blazing it on 420.
Yeah, exactly.
To host it.
Yeah. So 420,
Tragic.
which was going to be in 7 days. Unfortunately, they are pushing it back an extra day. So not too big of a wait at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the beta is going to be on Thursday, April 21st, after everyone's done 420 blazing it. So they'll be making sure to share more details about that shortly after, or before rather. And thank you for your continued patience.
We've been waiting forever.
We've been waiting. But that's pretty much it for this week. There isn't really too much to go over or talk about. There was, like I said, a little bit of stuff kind of important. Maybe.
Oh, the quest is cool.
Yeah, the quest is cool. The changes to the Revenant Caves might be interesting. I don't know. Again, let us know what you think about those. Again, and
I love how we just have no idea for PvP. We're like, I like this, maybe. Let me know if I shouldn't like this.
I mean, that just matters so little to me. I actually don't even have any.
It's so not on our radar.
Yeah, I have zero opinion on that. But besides that, yeah, also let us know what you think about the Pole 76 changes. Whether you think that it's really nice that they reduced how many kills you need, or if you're
it's a little too much.
Maybe like me and think that maybe they reduced them a little bit too much.
Yeah.
I mean, 100 down to 25 is just kind of. It's a lot.
For Fasani.
Yeah, for Fasani. I don't know. It's kind of a lot. But yeah, let us know what you think about that.
All right, and now we're going to move on to the OSRS Q&A, not ours. I should have said it like the dev Q&A. That would have been better.
Yeah.
The dev Q&A.
The dev Q&A was with Mod Ed and Mod Sarni this week. And Mod Sarni, for anyone that doesn't know, is the community manager, and Mod Ed is the senior content developer. So pretty knowledgeable people. Generally seem like cool dudes, and had some really good stuff to say about especially the lore this week. And so I wanted to cover a couple of those questions.
Yep, for sure. So the first question was, what did the team think of the Quest backport poll, which was circulated a month ago? Was there much support for it?
You remember this poll?
I do remember this poll, and I want all of them to pass.
They seemed really cool. For anyone that wasn't here, they're talking about, there was a poll asking if they wanted to backport some of the most popular
quest from RuneScape
quest
3.
from RuneScape. I think it was just later RuneScape before EOC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But basically they said that they've gotten all the results from them, and there were about 4,000 respondents, and a good like 500 or so of them put stuff in that free text box at the end. So just basically saying you better do this right.
Yeah.
But they did say that based on the text entries, the main thing that they've been able to gather so far is that generally people are in support of quest backporting and backporting.
Yeah, I don't know why it says
I think that's a
quest.
mistake. As long as it's on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
So they're like, don't add everything, but
Exactly. Yeah. That definitely seems the main concern is they don't want this to be free reign to add a bunch of quests that no one wants.
They even said that like most people just want it to be related to like the early gods and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm really, really interested in. Their Too Long Didn't Read said, lots of support, but a few things to consider, which thankfully we're already considering. Hopefully we're on the same page in this one. Once I've fully dug into the results, I think it might be quite nice to do a piece like a future gazette and actually share them. There's nothing about the survey that would need to be kept secret, so I may as well let people see exactly what the rest of the community is thinking.
Yeah. And what one big asterisk to this whole thing is they do say that this is like something they want to work on, but it's like mega early, so I wouldn't expect any of these backported quests to be seen within a year or anything like that.
That part sucks.
Yeah, so this is something that's on the radar, but probably not going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, it looks like they're kind of just looking to add those 10-ish quests that they were talking about in
5 years.
Yeah. I mean, they even Mod Ed even says not this year and maybe not even until the end of next year. So
oh man.
Yeah, it's definitely not going to be for a long time, unfortunately. But it does look really cool because, like they said, some of the like While Guthix Sleeps quest did look really cool. A lot of the dwarf quests, like the Red Axe storyline, did look really cool as well. So I'm hoping that we get that soon-ish, and maybe it gets pushed up a little bit. That'd be really cool, but I do doubt it, unfortunately. One interesting question that was taken right after that I thought was really funny is they're asking, is there any specific part of RS3 lore that the OS team is looking to avoid repeating?
Oh.
I thought this was pretty funny because the answer is kind of to be expected. And so they think that they already answered this before, but to reiterate, they feel really strongly on this one that they do not want to go near the death of Guthix. So it's the
Guthix
return.
dies?
Yeah, so it's the death of Guthix, and it's the return of the gods and the elder gods. That's what they do not want to repeat. In general, it comes back to the backporting stuff. We're talking about a lot of stuff that happened until the end of 2011. And I had to look it up just to make sure because I thought it was funny. Because everyone and their mom hates EOC, which was the big change in RuneScape, probably one of the biggest changes of all time that made a lot of people pretty much move away from the game until OSRS was created. And that happened in 2012. So I thought it was funny that he's pretty much like, yeah, everything up until this patch that everyone hated were down with backlogging or backporting, but not any further than that.
It's actually hilarious.
Yeah. So I thought that was really, really funny.
So the last question from this Q&A is going to be, will we ever see a major recurring villain in the old school? RuneScape 3 had Slisk, I don't know how to say that,
yeah,
who featured many memorable quests. Will we get our own version of Slisk? Considering he foreshadowed by Oshlet Race with the next release. Mod Sarni said, I've pitched before the Sandwich Lady has ulterior motives. There's control of a lot of the underbelly there and other very dark activities.
Yeah, you could tell whenever she shows up. That's pretty like...
she's yelling at you.
Master tier, like thievery, like dark shadowy teleportation magic
she's
going
a demon.
On. Yeah, pretty much.
Mod Ed said, this is where it begins, just like the stuff, and I didn't read this part, but they said earlier how everyone's a Majorat. That's it. You've said it now. It's confirmed. The Sandwich Lady is a Majorat. I guess the answer to this question is yes and no. I don't think old school needs one singular major recurring villain. One of the beauties of the old school is that it doesn't have one single central storyline. It has lots.
Yeah, I think that's definitely like correct.
I thought it was funny because that person said a recurring villain, and I was like, I mean, every questline has a recurring villain. Gloff, however you say his name. He's
yes
a recurring
and no,
villain.
But I mean, that's not a main storyline.
I guess so, but there is no main storyline.
Yeah, I guess so. Whereas, like, it's more like the game is all of the Marvel movies combined, where I think they're mainly asking about like if Thanos was in the first Marvel movie and the last one, then that'd be kind of like what they're expecting.
Yeah, I'm fine with it not. I just like how a lot of the villains, the bad guys, show up in like several quests and quest lines. I think that's enough.
Yeah, I
Because
agree.
everyone's experience in RuneScape so differently. Like some people will never do like Dragon Slayer ever in their lives. So like the villains in that are never gonna be recurring, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone has their own experiences.
Yeah, which is exactly I think what Moded says too. They say on the whole they all have their own place and all of them, well, most of them have villains. Most of them are reoccurring villains, and I think we're going to do a lot more of those villain characters over the coming years. So yes, we'll see major recurring villains, but there's not going to be just a single one. That,
Yeah, I like that more.
yeah, exactly, because there's too many storylines to wrap up into one singular villain that's like the like god tier puppet master or something.
Just to be clear though, I would like an evil sandwich lady.
But yeah, it's definitely gonna be the sandwich lady, 100%. But that's gonna be about it from the questions I wanted to pull from the mod Q&A. There's a ton of questions that were really interesting about the lore and different plot holes, plot devices, especially more recently with rune crafting and all of the story there. So if you're interested in any of the lore surrounding a lot of the game's quests or upcoming quests, then definitely come in. You can either watch this and on YouTube, or you can just simply look at the questions that they have over on the OSRS news site.
Yep. Moving on, we actually have 2 questions of our own.
Nice.
So the first one is from, I can't remember how we decided to say your name, Hariger. Shout out Hariger, or
Yeah.
Harriger, however you say your name.
Yeah.
They asked on Twitter, question, what bank do you use most besides the GE? I personally find myself using the Catherine Bank super often because I spend a lot of time there hanging out, fishing, farming, and collecting flax nearby. And then in parentheses, they wrote, yes, I'm a noob. And I want to
That's
say,
hilarious.
when I was a noob, I don't even think I knew Catherine B existed. I was
No,
in
yeah.
Lumbridge, baby.
I never use Catherby.
Catherine in my mind is like cool.
Yeah, I never ever use Catherby.
So yeah, you're not a noob for that. Don't worry. 100% Farm and Guild for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I have a spirit tree in the GE and then a spirit tree in the farming tree. So I always go like from the GE to my house and I'll be like, oh, I forgot something. Then I'll go to the farming guild and grab it from the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think mine has to be 2 answers if I wanted to answer it correctly,
Oh.
because it's by far the GE. Like it's not even remotely close.
I think I use the farming guild maybe an equal amount now.
Oh, like mine is probably like, yeah, so much more. But
You
for
have to say it.
the longest time, the reason I have to say 2 is because it's changed
Oh, I actually think I know what you might say.
based on in the game. It is the Ferox Enclave.
Really?
Yeah, because previously, well, that is the only way to restore, or not the only way, but it's probably, in my opinion, the most convenient way to restore like your run and your prayer all at the same time. And previously, it was Castle Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But they since changed that to Ferox Enclave, and then there's the rejuvenation pool there.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the longest time until I had a house, which was, I mean, for at least the first year or 2 that I was playing, I was using Ring of Duelings, whether I would carry it
always
with me
just
or
eat a bunch of food and use prayer potions. Actually, no, I'd eat a bunch of food and then go to the altar in Varrock.
yeah. Well, like anytime I'd do Barrows, which was like one of my first bosses, I would always use the dueling rings to get back.
Smart.
And yeah, I was always using that. And Ferox Enclave has a bank. Castle Wars has a bank, so I would just use those whenever I was using that place, which was practically all the time back then. But yeah, so I guess, like I said, my answer would have to be twofold. So Castle Wars and Ferox Enclave.
I 100% thought your answer was going to be next to the Firewatch Sentinels, that bank right there now.
No.
Because you spend so much time there.
No, not even close. Yeah.
That's why you were like, oh, well, it's changed. I was like, oh, because you're always the Firewatch Sentinels.
No, I still don't think I've used that nearly as much because I do high alch a lot of the stuff there. So
oh, that's true. Yeah,
I
you
only
don't have to
use the bank there when I have like a full inventory of runite bars or something.
Yeah, I really like that question, actually.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty cool question.
I think that the farming one is really nice, especially with the spear trees.
If I had to guess, I think a lot of people's main one is going to be like Edgeville or something like that.
I never go to Edgeville. I feel like Edgeville's kind of annoying to get to.
I feel like that's like a pretty big place. Well, if you make that your home, then I feel like...
How do you make it your home?
You can spend money and make that your home. Like,
Edgeville?
Yeah, when you die, you'll respawn there.
I thought you couldn't do Edgeville.
No, you can.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah.
Let us
that's
know.
where all
Let us
the
know on Apple Podcasts if Robert's lying.
let us know. I'm almost certain. I
He
haven't
did
done
it
it, but it
again.
costs like I remember seeing it one time. It costs like 5 mil to do,
Oh.
and a lot of PKers do it because it's right next to the wilderness.
I want to respawn there then.
Yeah.
I kind of get annoyed in Falador.
Oh yeah, Falador is kind of not the best.
Yeah, at least there's a bank semi-close, but
Yeah.
it's annoying because you're like in the castle, so you have to run around.
I have thought about even going back to like Lumbridge respawns.
Lumbridge wouldn't be that bad even.
The only reason Falador is nice is because whenever I do die, it is right next to Death's office.
That's true.
It's really easy to get to Death's office from there. But
I don't
running
even
to the
think
bank's
about that.
annoying.
I just go immediately to bank every time I die.
Oh yeah. Whenever you die at the Firewatch, it only costs like 2K to get your stuff back or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next up, we have a question from Matt. Shout out Matt, who asked, "What is your favorite dungeon?" And he said, "Mine is, as annoying as it can be, the Underground Pass."
That is very annoying.
He said, "I find the lore around it to be so cool, and it's so exciting to enter for the first time, get Ivan's staff, and enter the Elven world." He also said, "Shout out to the Secret Myrique dungeon as well. I really like it. It feels super cozy and top secret." And my response was, "Your answer is insane, but thanks."
Yeah.
Mine, 100% Catacombs in Corinne.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a very large dungeon.
Yeah. I mean, more specifically, is that little giant area a dungeon?
Yeah.
The giant area and like next to Shazian. I love it there. I think it's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I love the colors.
That's pretty cool.
Anything dark with like bright blues and stuff, dope. Love it.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah. And I spent a lot of time there.
I honestly don't know. I just heard this question for the first time right now.
Oh, I thought you'd be able to answer it easily.
But honestly, if I had to go off the cuff, I would have to say Taverley Dungeon, because I use that dungeon a lot, especially early on. That was like one of the places I actually AFK'd ranged and mage for like 30 levels of each.
Really?
Killing blue dragons there.
Oh yeah, you used to spend all your time there.
Yeah.
So it's nostalgia for you.
It's nostalgia, and also that's how I'd make my money, because I'd do the dragon bones and bring them back, and that would pay for my range and my mage. And I also had 70, I think 2 agility really early on, so I was able to take the shortcut every time.
Oh, that's it.
Even with like 20 or 30 mage or whatever I had, I could easily get back and forth, which was really, really nice.
I feel the opposite. I feel like I spent a lot of time at Taverley, and that's why I don't like it anymore.
Oh, really? Yeah, I
also
love
don't
Taverley.
like how it looks.
Really?
I don't think it looks bad, but like I said, I like the dark and the bright colors and
Okay.
Corinne a lot, like contrasting each other.
Yeah.
So Taverley's just like, here's a dirt dungeon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a little dirt dungeon.
Yeah.
Besides that, I think my other favorite one is probably the, I don't even remember the name of it, but it's the Whirlpool dungeon that gets you to the Myth Dragons.
Oh, I don't know what it's
At the
called
Barbarian
either,
Village.
but yeah, that one is really cool.
Yeah, I think that's one of the more unique ones. A lot of people don't even really remember it because you have to like jump into the whirlpool to get there. But I think it looks really cool down there.
You know what other ones are really cool? The Camdazal area.
Oh,
Underneath
Camdazal
the
is
ice
really
mountain?
cool. I wish there was more stuff to do there. It's really sad.
Yeah.
I mean, do you even remember that there's a minigame there?
The minigame rewards suck.
Yeah, the
I
minigame,
tried to do it.
that's
and
like
it
the worst
sucked.
minigame in the game, unfortunately.
I mean, it's not even much of a minigame. It's like 1 minute to look for stuff.
Yeah, 1
They
minute
should
to
have,
get like
buffed
1,000 gold.
They should have buffed that for sure.
It's awful.
I think 1,000 was like generous.
Yeah, yeah, it's really, really bad.
I remember doing a video on that, and we had to take it down because I accidentally kept my login username on it.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate minigame. That's a really awful minigame. And also, in order to do the minigame like effectively, you have to bring staminas, which is going to cost more than it costs actually what you get from the minigame.
It's free to play, so you can't even bring staminas.
Oh,
as well.
We can bring
actually,
agilities.
Some stuff in there isn't free to play, huh?
Yeah, like the chaos.
Okay, so
Yeah,
maybe that is members. I'm not sure.
You can probably still do it as members, but you can still use agility potions if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate. They should really. They came out with it recently, but they should really revamp or add more stuff to that area.
Definitely. Ancient Cavern, by the way, is what you were talking about, I believe.
Ancient Cavern.
Yeah, we looked up a list, and there is so many dungeons here. And looking through it, I still stand by my choice of Corinne Catacombs being number 1.
Yeah, Corinne Catacombs is pretty nice. I like
so pretty.
the area that it looks like.
Tizar City is also really cool, but I don't even consider that to be, until I just saw it on here, I didn't consider that to be like a dungeon.
Yeah. But yeah, that'd probably have to be my answers.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna be working on this week?
This week I think I might have pretty much spoiled that in the beginning, but yeah, hopefully I'm gonna have my Firewatch Sentinel ult up and ready, done with Sins of the Father and everything, making money, so that'd be really nice. And on top of that, I'm gonna hopefully, I really want to do at least some more of Guardians of the Rift on the main, and maybe even Vorkath if I'm able to finish that out. And then yeah, working on my other alts as well.
All million accounts.
Yeah, all millions of my accounts. Yeah, but pretty sure that's about it. What about you?
I'm gonna be working on my little alt account things too, which I mean I don't really do anything exciting. I'm just skilling stuff on that.
Yeah.
But my main, like, I'm excited to try raids. Maybe I'll try Gauntlet some more. I'm still not totally decided what I want to do. So that's great. Yeah, I'm just going to be messing around. I hope that Sling will reignite my passion. Some stuff's keeping my interest for like a few hours, but then I'm like, all right, time to move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably just need a RuneScape break for a few days or something.
Yeah, just play.
Unfortunately, I stream it though.
I think I've been seeing a lot of people I know as well playing this game called, it's like Vampiric something. It's like $3 on Steam. Maybe you should play that.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's like a really old looking pixel game where like you get like, there's like a bunch of vampires trying to attack you and you can get like garlic and kill them and stuff like that.
That sounds cute.
Yeah, it's like a really like funny old school game, but a lot of people have been playing it like a lot.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, maybe I'll try that
It's
out.
like randomly popular.
Even more popular than RuneScape.
Our
other favorite old game.
Maybe for this week.
Dang. All right.
Like maybe literally just for this week.
Well, if anyone wants to play that game with me or has tried it and wants to let me know how it is, hit us up.
Yeah.
Our Twitter is Bunebapeosrs. Our Instagram, YouTube, and our Twitch are all just Bunebape. See us anywhere, really. I stream 5 days a week, so stop by sometime and hang out, say hello. If you have any questions, you can ask us on any of those platforms, and we'd happily answer it next week on the podcast.
Yeah. You can also ask in our community Discord, where you can feel free to just hang out, play with other people, see what's going on, and also, like I said, ask your questions and maybe look at a couple funny videos along the way.
Yeah, but as always, we really appreciate you guys listening.
Thanks for coming by.
And we'll talk to you all very soon.
Bye-bye.
So I say bye-bye. Meet
Keep Kerp.